Welcome back to Organic Femininity with yours truly, Dahlia Eagle Ellis, certified life and relationship coach. And today we're going to be talking about attachment styles.
Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah.
So, although attachment theory and styles is something that's developed primarily in childhood, we're gonna explore it today in a way that's more relevant to your adult interactions and relationships. So it's also really good to note that one of these attachment styles actually seem to reign supreme above the rest. So meaning one is the one that you actually want to aspire and attain to be and have. The other three, are ones that you actually want to work on, identify, and adjust. So saying that does not mean that if you are not the one attachment style that is ideal, it doesn't mean that you're a terrible person and oh my goodness, I'm awful. No, what it means is, okay, there's a little bit of work to do, but I don't know a single person under the sun that does not have some work to do on themselves. I'm going to do this more as a two-part series just for the sake of time. I'll do 2 attachment styles today and 2 attachment styles in another video, okay? Remember again, if you are not the attachment style that, we really should strive to be in order to have healthy, happy, whole relationships, it is okay. Remember that we are ever changing and we are ever growing and we can change. So where you are today is not where you have to be tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, but it really is up to you, right? If we put the work in, we will reap the reward and it'll be the results. All right, so we're going to get right into it. So the first attachment style we're actually going to get into today is the avoidant attachment style. Okay, so those who fit this attachment style, may find that they find it difficult to trust people. You may find that you find it difficult and you're somewhat uncomfortable actually getting close to people. And you value your independence so much that you actually also find it difficult to often depend on someone. So you're also someone that finds and kind of gets nervous as people start getting close to you. So when you feel as though your kind of personal bubble, your personal space is being invaded, that often makes you feel quite nervous and uncomfortable. On top of that, you often are uncomfortable actually talking about your emotions and expressing your feelings. Often in relationships, others actually want you to be a little bit more intimate than you tend to be. And when you're not that way, they can often see you as being distant and they can often feel rejected. Okay, you're also a person that does their best to avoid conflict, but also has a tendency to find themselves in conflict and has a tendency to sometimes just explode on people. But that's also because you hold so much in. You don't express your emotions quite as much as you should. So the moment something really triggers you and hits that point, boom, you can just go off. So these are some aspects of a person that has an avoidant attachment style. So before we go to the other one, this one actually rates really high on the avoidance scale, but quite low on the anxiety scale. All right, our second one that we're going to get into today, and actually final one for this video, is the anxious attachment style. And this is also known as preoccupied. Okay, those who actually fit this attachment style may find that they often desire more closeness and intimacy than they often receive. They often find that people are a little bit reluctant in getting to know them as much as they would like. You often worry that your partner may leave you or may not love you as much as they say. This is something that you often worry about, and you kind of replay some of these thoughts in your mind, just constantly questioning the security of the union that you have. Your need for the closeness you desire can often scare people off. It can sometimes feel like a little bit much for the other person involved. Often highly emotional and tend to exhibit argumentative, controlling behavior that leads to a poor and unhealthy relationship, which is actually the opposite of what you truly actually want. So your moods can often be unpredictable, and people that tend to connect with the anxious attachment style actually tend to connect through conflict. In the anxious attachment style, these individuals tend to have an overly emotional response to the actions of their partner. So, their partner may do something and their reaction just might be incredibly heightened because, again, they often connect through conflict. So, in this one, too, sometimes you often focus on and really think about unresolved past issues and need constant reassurance from your partner, which on your partner's side can almost translate into you seeming needy, really needy for your partner, always needing them to reassure you that they love you, that they care about you, that the relationship's going okay, that they're not going to leave you. And this often happens due to a little bit of insecurity, knowing that sometimes you are connecting often through conflict. So before we sum up this whole video, or before we get to the end, I'm just going to say, so the anxious attachment style is one that actually rates low on avoidance, but high on anxiety. So remember again, and I said it in the beginning of the video, remember that we can change. You are capable of change. If you desire change and you put action into the change that you want to see, it will manifest and it will become your reality. Believe in yourself, and if you want to do better, you can. You really just need to figure out the steps to get to the place in which you want to be. So if you liked this video, if you found some value in it, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know when videos are coming out on this channel. They will be coming out far more frequently. And there's just a lot more to receive. I've got so much more coming. Please leave in the comments below, have you dealt with someone with one of these attachment styles, avoidance or the anxious attachment style? Or do you recognize within yourself that maybe that is you? That's you. Are you working on it to change? Have you come up with any strategies that you have found to be helpful and beneficial in transitioning you from this attachment style to a more healthy one? Let me know below, and until the next video, stay blessed, much warmth, and it's a new year. So let it be a new, improved, and better you. One love.
Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah.